This video is focusing on narrowing. If you look on page 13 in your book, it talks about narrowing. Basically, what narrowing is when a topic is too big, for example, animals, sports, school, something like that, we want to narrow down the focus of the topic. Now, these topics are okay if you're 8 years old, but by the time you're in university, it should be much more focused. Now, there's a couple of problems that occur when we don't narrow our topic. One of the things is there's just too much information. When there's too much information about something, we lose direction and the information might not be that interesting, right? If it's just general information, things that we already know about whatever topic you're talking about, it's going to be hard to keep the attention of the audience. Let's go ahead and look at my brainstorm list about dogs again. Right, dogs was my topic, and I went around and I brainstormed a number of different ideas about dogs. But if we think about it, dogs for a presentation, if I was to give a 5-10 minute presentation on dogs, is kind of a big topic. So I might want to narrow it down a little bit. So whatever your topic is, you have to think about your topic. Now my topic, dogs, well, this is too big of a topic. Again, when it's too big of a topic, there's just too much information about dogs. What am I going to talk about for dogs? If there's too much information, there's maybe no direction, and then the audience won't really learn anything. So we have to really narrow down our focus. What do we actually really want to talk about for dogs? We know we want to say something about dogs, but what aspect do we really want to focus on? If we can find an aspect to focus on, this will make it much more interesting for our audience. Again, we have our topic dogs, but we know this is not the best topic. We look around our brainstorm list again and we can decide how do we want to narrow our topic down. We have over here expensive. Do we want to talk about the cost of taking care of dogs? Do we want to talk about how dogs are really friendly? Do we want to talk about different types of breeds of dogs? Cartoon characters of dogs like Snoopy or Toto? Well, maybe I'm going to talk about rescue dogs. Okay, so now my new topic is rescue dogs. What I would do in this situation is I would go through the process again. I would brainstorm about rescue dogs. I would make a mind map about rescue dogs and decide what exactly do I want to talk about for rescue dogs. Okay, so I have my new topic, rescue dogs. I brainstormed, I made a basic mind map, and now I have my 3 main supporting ideas for rescue dogs. Maybe the first main supporting idea is how rescue dogs are trained, how they have a very difficult training and only special dogs actually can pass all of this training. Many dogs, they're either too scared or they don't have enough talent to pass through the training. Maybe the second main supporting idea I'll talk about is how rescue dogs are used. How they're used in very dangerous situations, like when there's an earthquake or an avalanche, if people are drowning, how they have a very difficult and dangerous job. Maybe the third thing I want to talk about is how rescue dogs are remembered. These dogs are very different than your dog or cat at home. These dogs risk their lives to try to help humans, and sometimes these dogs die. When that happens, these dogs can be remembered as heroes. In America, sometimes these dogs have a statue built after they die, or they have a full military burial. So I have my new topic, rescue dogs. And if I was to make a topic sentence, my topic sentence might read like this. The life of a rescue dog is different than any other animal in the world. Well, why is it different? Because of these 3 things. First of all, it has difficult training, more difficult than probably your dog and cat at home. They're used in very dangerous places, like with earthquakes and flooding. And third, they're remembered as heroes. Now, this to me seems like it might be a little more interesting for the audience than just the topic dogs. I've had to narrow down my topic, think about my audience, think about how much information do they have and what might be interesting for them. I choose a topic that I think is interesting for my audience and try to give them information that's not too difficult or too easy, something where they can be engaged and learn a little bit.